I've been chilling like a villain.
Okay. Just looking at Lloyd's collections. He's done a great job of collecting petroglyphs and ceramics and fabrics.
Oh, nice. What are we looking at today?
I was just capturing, seeing what he. I mean, some of these look kind of like hyper realistic. Like they got the proportions right. What else is in there, I wonder? What else are we seeing here? What is these supposed to represent?
True, true.
Here's a fun little. Some of these are just so fun.
Setting up my stream as well.
Well, that's good. I see now you already actually had a conversation today with some people, right?
We were talking about the untimely death of 30
Yeah,
UFOologists from January to today to present time.
right.
It was it was crazy. We were going over pretty much natural deaths. We were going
Okay.
over accidental deaths
Mm-hmm.
and absolute murders. So it was absolutely crazy. And we are hypothesizing that there might be a serial killer because the FBI is involved and they're looking into the possibility there might be a serial killer going around killing off, enjoying the murders of UFOologists or people that are involved in the disclosures. And of course, us normal people, we don't know what's going through the mind of a crazed lunatic that wants to get rid of a murder or take away the life or unalive somebody because that's not who we are. But the person that enjoys doing this is in a whole different world. They just like recently in Mexico City on the Pyramid of the Moon, there was a man that pulled out a handgun, and this was on the anniversary of Columbine High School.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and you know what? That piece of SHIT Alex Jones, which thank God he lost Infowars. By the way, I don't know if you guys are fans of Infowars, but that piece of junk that went around saying that Columbine is some kind of fake news and all that stuff. Well, you know what he did? He created one of those drones, one of those bots, because of his BS. He created that guy in Mexico City on the Pyramid of the Moon and went off and killed an innocent Canadian woman that had nothing to do with anything. And he murdered. He murdered someone. He almost murdered some children. He almost murdered some people. He injured. He shot a bunch of people. And some of you guys that are, I'm seriously, you guys really support this guy, unsupport him. Unsupport him. I'm so glad he lost Infowars just 2-3 days ago. Completely lost it. He doesn't have it no more, and he owes like $3 billion to everybody. He's completely off the wall. He was like half naked and everything. They showed a video. He was losing it. He was like out of his mind because he lost everything. Yeah, you won't be able to see him again. He'll probably be on X talking and all that stuff, trying to recoup his money. But don't pay no attention to that man. I don't even know why I mentioned his name. We shouldn't even mention his name and give him fame or anything like that.
That's true. That's a
Seriously.
that's a good way to treat someone that.
But seriously, this guy, he had it in his backpack. all the list of names, the anniversary of Columbine, and that was why he was up there. And he went off shooting. He was spouting off saying, "You guys are taking pictures up there, disrespecting my culture and all that stuff." The guy was mixed. Oh my God, what culture are you talking about? You're half Spanish from Spain. You know, it's everyone's culture. You know, but yeah, I mean, it's part of his culture. He's indigenous as well. But you know, he was off his rocker. He
Hmm.
was murdering, killing everybody. He wanted to, you know, but he was loaded to the T with a bunch of bullets. You know, if the guy had a machine gun, it would have been even worse.
Yeah.
And the world is really off their rockers, guys. You know, we are losing scientists left and right on the Disclosure Project, and it's crazy. It's 30 deaths from a Rick Von Daniken all the way up till now. And of course, he was 90 years old. But for a serial killer, that's an easy kill. You know what I'm saying? It is. It's an easy kill. So, no disrespect to the friends and families. This is one of my family members as well. But I am upset and angered that the possibility of this person getting to an elderly person is so easy. You know, if it exists, you know, I am floored. I don't know what the FBI is doing, but they are investigating heavily on looking for a suspect that is going around, you know, picking unaliving people, especially within these programs.
Yeah, I mean, wholesale killing of scientists is something the Israelis do. I know that, but I don't know.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But I mean, there's got to be some kind of reason and purpose. And I don't know if it benefits the Israeli government in any way. All I know is that I think it benefits a religious lunatic in every way, thinking that anybody dealing with aliens are dealing with demons and devils, and they think that they're doing something for God. You know, that's what I think. And they're getting their kicks off because they're serial killers. They're murderers. You know, they're getting their kicks off on it, and they think they're doing something for a cause.
So, has there been any other similarity in the deaths of these people?
Well, I'll tell you what. It's been heavy this month. Like it's been broken up throughout the years. Like nobody ever noticed. Like oh poor guy. Oh, rest in peace. My condolences to the family. It'll be once a month or once every 3 months or so. Nobody ever notices, right? And then all of a sudden, there'll be two in a month. It says, "Oh my gosh, people are dying of a natural death. Oh, he committed suicide. Oh my gosh, that was in 2022. Oh, in 2023, 2024. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. They're getting up there in age. All of a sudden this year, bam, 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 bam. What the fuck, dude? Month after month after month, week after week after week in April, day after day after day, death after death after death. What the hell? This is obviously somebody has to meet a quota somehow because this month is absolutely insane. It's open season. It's like they're gone duck hunting. We gotta get 10 and beat this guy. What the hell's going on? It's absolutely blowing my freaking mind. What the hell is going on this month? I mean, people are saying, well, it's coincidence, this was accidental and this guy was suicidal.
Yeah,
You
well,
know,
I'm trying to see the connection myself because
and every police
usually,
officer says it was a natural. There was no. What's the proper saying? There was no
when you
foul
say
play. No foul
right,
play.
when you say serial killer, it kind of implies maybe a similar method or same notes left or
This
something.
guy is smart. He's smart. He's doing. He's cutting the brakes. He's drowning the victims every single time. He's doing something different. He or she, he's doing. He doesn't want to get caught because he probably has a long list. He or she has a long list, and if he gets caught or gets shot before he or she completes that long list, you know what I'm saying? What's the point of all of this, right? Like that guy on the pyramid. He's out there, shoots a lady, and then he shoots himself. That's it. It's the end. Where's his list? You know what I'm saying? Did he have not a long list? He was going. Didn't he have a it's like you're ordering a buffet at a restaurant. You got 25, 30 people. You know what? You just got one. That he just ended it all right there. He didn't really do much, right? I mean, if you're a person that you're going out to make a point, I don't know what point he made, but he didn't make much of a huge point. I mean, I'm not trying to support the serial killer, but I'm trying to say, if you were to be in the mind of a serial killer and you were smart about it, you wouldn't do the same thing twice. If you're trying to get away with it. I'm not trying to spout off movies or TV shows or nothing like that. I have a 2-year degree in criminal justice. We had to read about all of these serial killers and all these people and what
have
they
you
did
had an
and
interest in serial killers yourself?
Did I meet him? Did I go to the prison and interview him? No, I didn't get a chance. I wanted to though. That was one of the things. I lived in the bad side of town in Miami, not in Brownsville. It was in I forgot the name already. Right next to the design district. You know what I'm talking about.
Wynwood?
You might not remember, but it's still kind of like the bad side of town. They make TV shows out of it because there's always a death, one death a week in that little area in Miami. I did not come prepared to tell you the name of the little town I used to live in when I was going to college and studying my criminal justice degree. But I mean, it was insane that people just didn't value life. They value money.
You have to give people hope.
Loyalty was very important.
They don't have hope.
Yeah. No, loyalty.
And everything is just transactional on the moment.
Yeah. Nobody, there was no, people laughed at hope. They didn't care for anything. If you were loyal and you warned each other, if the police were coming around and stuff like that, then you were top notch. You were protected in the neighborhood. But if you were a snitch, that's it, man. You were done. So, yeah, I lived in that neighborhood. I even had a drug dealer that lived in the bottom left-hand corner of the apartment complex that I lived in. It was a gated apartment complex. And that guy protected me from all the dangers. If I didn't live in that apartment complex, I probably would have been robbed and killed. I wouldn't be here talking to you. I don't know what would have happened to me, but I definitely probably wouldn't have survived that neighborhood.
Have you seen that?
He was the king. He was the king. He was the king of that block and neighborhood. Nobody messed with him.
Have you seen the Disclosure trailer that shows a Tridactyl hand?
There's a Disclosure trailer with that. Which one?
Yeah.
Did you bother to even show it? Are you going to even show it to anybody? Do you have it up and running? Are you ready? Are you ready to show it to everybody?
I don't know if it's going to be the same one. Let's see.
I want to see, man, this coffee is good. I have mushroom coffee right now. It's so delicious. I actually put a double dose in it. It is actually better than the single dose. So good. So good. I bought a new thermos. Check this out. It has an electric.
Let's see here. I'm going to share.
And you press the button and it spins around inside and it mixes my my drink, my powdered drink inside.
Oh.
It's on a timer. I thought it was the coolest thing. It,
Hold on.
it costs a pretty penny, but I need it because I drink this stuff almost every day. It's not worth it if you only drink it once a month. But if you do it like every day, almost every week, this stuff is worth it. It's gonna turn off in a second. Oh, look at that. Oh, we don't hear any sound.
Any sound. I can see if I can rectify that. I think that was what Mr. Rebirth was trying to teach me, wasn't he? Actually, it says audio's on, so if it doesn't share, that might just be a problem.
Y'all love my shirt today.
Accept what we know.
There it is.
Whatever happens, don't you let go.
Oh shit.
Let's go back.
Yeah, go back all the way to the beginning.
I just want to freeze on this here.
Why is Steven Spielberg so into like now? Like he knows what's going on ever since E.T. First Encounter of
Before
the
that,
Kind.
Close Encounters. Before
Close
that,
Encounters, yeah, Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Oh my god, dude! Steven Spielberg is either an alien himself, or he's been abducted, or they're just speaking into his ear at night. You know, they're freaking. They go to his house and they go, "Hey." They're like, "Hey, make a movie about us."
Right?
Yeah, that's what they're doing. I'm telling you, that's what they're doing. They're making movies about him.
Is that an incredible shot or what? I can't.
Dude, you can't make that up, dude. Look at it. Look at those skinny fingers, man.
It looks great, doesn't it?
I don't know. I mean, you know, I mean, you could arm wrestle them and they will lose for sure. Just what I'm thinking. I mean, you could challenge them to an arm wrestling competition.
I don't know. If you see a chimp, they're pretty strong.
They'll probably arm wrestle you to your brain. Here, did you see my shirt?
Oh, look at that alien! Were you able to hear the audio that time?
Yeah, I heard that audio. It was really good.
Okay,
it's really good audio. And I didn't hear my voice.
Where's that clicking voice? Sure.
This 79-year cover-up of the truth has to end. It's the two of you. It's always been just the two of you.
What happened to us?
The human race cannot accept what we know.
Whatever happens, don't you let go.
That's already been out, right?
No.
When does it come out?
It says what? June 12th.
Oh my gosh, I thought they already came out. Do you think they're gonna have a screening? They usually invite me for screenings, so I doubt they're gonna invite people for screening for this one because everybody's just waiting to see this.
What else?
I don't know. Maybe I'll travel to Washington, D.C. just for this one. If they invite me to screen it in Washington, D.C., I might just go to Washington, D.C.
You know, I never got to experience D.C. myself.
You're not missing anything. Yeah, unless you want to, you know, walk hand in hand with National Guard, you know, gaily.
They're still everywhere up there?
Yeah, barricades everywhere. It's a dystopian nightmare, man. I mean, if you want to come over and tour
barricades, is that like an arcade for bears?
Yeah. If you want to tour the dystopian nightmare of Washington D.C., yeah, sure, come on over and see the craziness of everything barricaded. And it looks like something out of a movie, you know, like the defensive movie. You know, I mean, the days where Washington D.C. is welcoming is gone. It's like, don't even come. It does. It looks like don't even. You're not welcoming. Like if you go to New York, it's beautiful. Now Trump wanted to make New York where it was not welcoming. In fact, if he had a chance, he'll probably tear down the Liberty Monument. You know, because that guy, I don't know. I just had that
Have you
feeling.
considered doing just a strictly political podcast?
Me? No. Who wants to watch me talk about that stuff?
That's a good point.
Crazy me? Crazy Jesus. They're going to be calling me crazy Jesus, not fat Jesus.
Yeah. That way you can address some of these hard-hitting issues.
Me? No, there's better people for this. You know, there's people that have like 7 million people that are. I mean, I would have to be like high strung every day, politically, and stressed out.
Yeah.
I'm not.
I don't miss the political arguments. I don't.
Yeah, I can't afford to be stressed out every day. I would be
No, that'll
out
kill
of
you.
commission for 3 days and then be back on. I would lose my viewers if I was doing that. I would have be consistent 7 days out of the week. You have to be tolerant to the news. It's just not my cup of tea.
Okay.
I could do it once or twice a week, but I can't do it every day. No, this is my thing. I like social sciences, culture, all that stuff. This is my favorite thing. I like communicating about people's beautiful countries and their sides, but unfortunately, when people start getting imprisoned because of their culture, that's a different thing.
That's true.
Yeah.
Speaking of cultures, we got 2 holidays coming up. We've got International Workers' Day, which they don't celebrate in the U.S. Go figure. And Cinco de Mayo, which they do celebrate.
Yeah. Oh no, and my favorite cultural holiday, Star Wars.
May the 4th be with you.
May the 4th be with you. But not only may the 4th be with you, there's also another one that is also Star Wars. Is is the 5th, 6th? The 6th. May the Sith be with you. Or
they actually say May the 5th, but I think May the 6th is better.
Yeah, is it 5th? Is it 5th?
It is 5th, but
yeah, the 5th. So the Sith, because they Sith Lords. So the Force is for Jedi. The 5th is for the Sith. So it's for the evil side. We call it evil. Why is it evil? Why can't evil be the good guys?
I think in terms of wastefulness.
You got the one that you think are the good guys are the ones attacking. Maybe order. Order is the good guys.
Well, if you're attacking them, you might be the bad guys, right?
Yeah. Maybe the ones that are blowing up planets are the good guys.
Probably not.
No, I don't think so. I don't think people blowing up planets are the good guys, people. Come on. But people screaming for their lives and dying, those are not the good guys. Sorry about that. Rethink your life choices when you choose sides. May the Force be with you.
Yeah, and we also have Mother's Day is coming up.
Mother's Days. Rest in peace, my mom. I think she returned. She reincarnated as a cat because I have a cat that just came out of nowhere from the streets, and now she is laying in my mom's bed.
Uh-huh.
So, and I turn on the TV to her favorite channel, and she's enjoying it. And she is she loves my big huge part pit bull, part bulldog dog, and they get along. And my cat Ukisuki. So it's just so unusual to see a female cat to just appear out of nowhere out of the street and has no call. I told everybody whose cat this belongs to, and nobody has claimed her. So she's brand new actually. She's a young cat. She was born like just a few months.
You
Came out of
seem to
nowhere.
have a big heart for stray cats.
Well, I've captured like 40 of them and neutered and spaded all 42, and about 37 of them have been adopted out, and then a few of them passed away due to leukemia and some cats they just don't make it because they have diseases or illnesses that are born. There's nothing you could do. Yeah. And it was out of my control because they were at the Humane Society, and I didn't have a choice to make. I'm sorry. That's a lot of cats, though. I don't have a choice in the matter of these cats that go through the Humane Society.
They suggest that one of the earliest depictions of a god might be a lion.
They say that the Sphinx is a lion and not a sphinx. They assume it's a sphinx, but they think the original likeness of the sphinx is a lion's head because it faces what constellation, everybody? The rising Leo. That's where it faces.
But
now
the lead star in Leo is Regulus, which means the little prince, which could mean basilisk, which would mean a lizard creature.
Oh, so you're gonna put a lizard head on top of the Sphinx?
I'm gonna say that the Sphinx is not a lion at all, and that rather the lion is just another parallel for the Tridactyl with its benign cat-like features. Which is probably why that lion statue.
They say they found another Sphinx, but on the opposite side of the pyramid, underneath the sand. They just found another Sphinx, but it's facing the opposite end. So, what constellation is facing the opposite end of the pyramid? That's the question. And
the Lowenmensch lion,
so
Lowenbrow.
It's probably not a lion head on the other side. If it's the other Sphinx, might be a different head on the Sphinx. And if they dig up the Sphinx and find out it's not a lion head, they might even say, "Oh, the Sphinx didn't have a lion's head. It should look the same as this one." And I'm like, well, not so much, because it's facing the constellation of that one, so that's probably. The head is the Sphinx on that side.
Here we go. This is one of the earliest depictions of some anthropomorphic being. So why would they make the lion a bipedal human-like being?
Well, there are some very in tune people that are psychic. They say that there was a race of lions living on a planet. And there's even a cartoon that is made that way. What is it? Thundar?
Even a cartoon.
Yeah, they even made a cartoon out of it with cats and lions and everything out of it. Thundercats. But that came after, of course. It didn't come before. But I mean, there are people that have written stories of a society or beings of bipedal feline beings, like it evolved bipedal feline beings. So meaning that they're looking like me with a beard and long hair, look like full with a lot of hair on the face all the way down here, and with the nose of a lion, and basically are lions. Now the story goes of these people that are psychic. They say that their
who is saying these things?
That's a good question. I don't have anything to back it up right now because I don't have the research with me. But if I had the research,
somebody out there says there's a bunch of lion people running around.
Yeah. Well, no. I'm just telling you what I read in the past. But they say that they went extinct. and because they were warlike, and they ended up being punished for their warlike.
Well, I consider the fact that the Tridactyls do, in fact, have a very cat-like head.
Do you think so?
I do.
I mean, could they have been? Could they be part of a society, like the Atlantean society of multiple beings? Could it be that?
Yeah. Perhaps degrees of hybridization cause different degrees of social strategizing.
Mhm. It could be. It could be. I was reading earlier, and I was researching on about, and I was hypothesizing if Tridactyls, and because you know how Google is, it's like, well, Tridactyls, and people are not believing it and all this stuff. So I said, okay, let's hypothesize if Tridactyls were around, and they are over 1,800 years ago. And because they found 13 bodies, then it says in Google and in Google AI, they say that if there are more, there are over thousands and thousands of bodies in the diatomaceous earth. But the majority of the bodies would be already what do you say, already gone. So the majority of these how convenient, right? So let's say, for instance, they would just deteriorate throughout time. So the older bodies are already deteriorated. The ones we're finding are around 1,800 years, but the older ones are way older, like 3,000, 4,000, 6,000 years old, would be deteriorated in diatomaceous earth, which is natural. And what the purpose of them deteriorating in nature is probably part of the ritual of maybe they ritualize deterioration and using their bodies as soil. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know.
It's like
I'm theorizing.
deterioration was not what they were going for.
No, I mean, they weren't aiming for keeping the bodies around for a longer period of time. Maybe, I don't know. If they wanted the bodies to stay around a longer period of time, they may have created sarcophagus. But maybe they didn't prize sarcophagus or prize pyramids, or maybe that's not what they were going for. When you think about
the
it,
sarcophagi could have been some other part of the world, even.
oh, that is something that I was pretty much researching, because I know that the Egyptians really prized longevity overall everything. And other cultures don't really prize longevity as much either. They burn their bodies into fires, right? Their
Is one
bodies
way.
yeah, they go up into ashes. Well,
But
you're
even
not
that
gonna
makes me
find.
wonder, why was that done?
Yeah,
To make sure that everything inside was burned as well.
well, the Vikings, what did they do?
Yeah.
They shot arrows of fire into the boats and burned the bodies, and the boat would sink,
Yep.
right?
So that means there's likely, right, a culture in the deep past in between those two cultures.
So who did they bury? Did they bury kings, or did they burn just every soldier? Did they burn every soldier and just bury kings?
Depends on the region of the world.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know too much about Viking history. It would be nice to have someone on our
Yeah, there's plenty
podcast
of
that would
Vikings
talk about it.
that were buried and not burned, right?
Yeah, I mean, they would have to be of higher class, like kings, prince and princesses, maybe. But I mean, Vikings wanted to go to Valhalla, and the way to get there is they'll burn the boat while you're on it. Your whole body would transcend.
Yeah, I would wonder about some of that. Who knows how much of that we're getting from just TV Vikings? How many times did they actually burn things?
True. How everybody in chat, what do you guys think? You guys know anything about these Vikings? And maybe we're just inventing ideas. Maybe we're just putting modern ideas or modern thoughts into people's minds, and maybe history was different back then. Maybe they did prize longevity, and maybe they were like the Egyptians and they wanted to bury everybody. Maybe our history, maybe our archaeologists don't want us digging around for Viking bones and Viking artifacts. That's why they made up the story of burning every Viking, so we don't have a bunch of people digging up the whole countryside, right?
I don't know. Now you got me curious about
like the Vaqueros, digging up all the Tridactyls, because that's what's gonna happen, right? Looking for gold and digging up every freaking hole all over Peru because, oh my God, we're gonna become rich, right?
Yeah, that's a concern now, right? Everyone's gonna want to find their own tridactyl body.
Cause and effect. Cause and effect. Cause and effect. That's all it is, people. Cause and effect. Why would the government tell you a lie? Cause and effect. They don't want you to go digging up the whole damn countryside for gold.
Yeah.
They know you're poor because they took all your money because they're giving you freaking 30% taxes. And they know you're going to go out digging for holes.
You're back to the politics again.
I know, but that's how it is. That's social sciences, man. I'm just reacting what people will do if they knew they could find gold. That's all I'm telling people. I'm telling people right now. How would people react to the news that they know that Vikings are out there in gold? They didn't burn the Vikings. There's a bunch of Vikings in the ground, and they can go right now and dig in their backyard all over the damn place.
Time and time again, you can look off the coast of Florida.
Oh yeah,
and find Spanish galleons.
Yeah, or you could find some spearheads and stuff like that. And
yeah, who cares about spearheads when you can find Spanish gold, right?
Well, you know what about spearheads? Let's go over spearheads real quick. Spearheads are now become the new diamond. When you think about it, when spearheads were very hard to find, it's like diamonds.
There we go. So Tracy Smith wanted to add some info for the Vikings. Thank you, Tracy.
Hey, Tracy. Welcome to the chat.
Sense to what's happening.
Where is Tracy? I don't see her in the chat.
She's actually on X. She was.
Oh, your X is not popping up. That's the thing right here on the your little chat right here.
What do you mean?
I'm sorry, Tracy. I didn't see it on the right side over here where your chat is.
No, literally like on X is where I saw her.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Tracy, for
trying to shed some light to Vikings. Definitely not my strong suit there.
Yeah, it's not mine either. Mine is about human.
The question is, what are the percentage of Viking burials at sea, and how many Vikings likely just buried their ships as tombs on the land?
I'm going to be straight up and honest with you, the viewers. I am not culturally educated, not sensitive, educated in.
You're culturally insensitive to.
No. Well, I mean,
Viking
no. Not on Vikings, but specifically on Iceland. On the Iceland culture.
Okay.
Because Iceland culture is different from European, UK culture. Now, I know UK and European culture. I have an idea because I study UK European culture, the Spanish, French. I went to university for those classes, and I studied the Revolutionary Wars and the wars and the kings and queens and the rapes and the fights and I know all about the conquests and the throughout all of history, and I still study it today through my DNA. Actually, I studied it through they teach you they have like these history lessons too and everything like that. Don't want to go into it, but I don't know too much about Greenland and Iceland. Greenland is the icy place. Iceland is the green place.
Yeah, I guess that is one
way
of remembering that.
Yeah. So it's I mean, all I know is that the game Eve Online came from Greenland.
Oh,
Yeah, that was the creation of Eve Online, and then they sold it off to South Korea.
so Vikings have
Yeah,
taken us to the people of Iceland now.
yeah, and Iceland, they're very, I mean, very wonderful people is what I've learned. I've researched a little bit, and you could go over there, see the volcanoes, the mud volcanoes. There's real volcanoes. It's beautiful. You could even they have some hot springs you could lay in. They have like specific hot springs you could lay down in
Oh,
and stuff like that. Yeah, it's very beautiful. They even have polar bear club where you could jump into the ice and just enjoy yourself and catch a cold. I guess I don't know.
I don't think it's going to be on my list of places to go to.
No, you should. You should. It's a different culture. I mean, I want to travel everywhere. I mean, if Greenland called and said, or Iceland said, "Hey, Fat Jesus Live, we would love to have you. Can you please come and visit us? Here's a plane ticket. We would love to see you and come over, and we want to invite you to try our food." I never tried that food. I never met their people. I don't know anything
Salted
about.
herring.
Yeah,
maybe?
yeah. I would love to write an article or a book on the culture of Iceland and spread the word because not too many people know. And the ignorance is just incredible. Americans really don't know too much about Iceland.
No, I suppose they don't.
No, they don't teach it to us at school here. They don't.
I think you should
unless
write
you-
speeches for Donald Trump.
Really, me? It's just a beautiful. It's just a wonderful place, you know.
And that you can take him from Vikings to people aren't taught about Iceland enough.
They would never let me get that close to Trump. You know, I just don't look the
Oh,
part.
Lord.
I'll be the token Hispanic guy.
So Wednesday coming up, we have the Green Room. That's a very lively debate. There's usually 4 or 5 people interacting
Hey.
on that.
I wanted to talk about something before we close up.
Yeah.
So the question is, how old are Tridactyls? You know, how old? So far, they say it's 1,800 years old is the old.
Yeah, but the big hand came back like 6,000 years old.
Yeah, but how old? I mean, have you done a deep dive on AI to see how old is their culture? Like their evolution, the evolutionary. Now, we've done an evolutionary deep dive on human beings, right? Have you done a deep dive on human beings? On how
I
old
think we
we
did
are
do
from
something
evolving?
like that, right? Didn't we do it?
So supposedly we're millions of years evolved,
Right?
right? So if we done a deep dive on ourselves, let's do a deep dive on Tridactyls. And this is what I uncovered, that Tridactyls predate humans millions of years. So they've been around longer than humans, supposedly. And let's say, for instance, they have gone extinct, meaning that they could not survive a certain period of time in human history. So, assuming that they didn't go underground. Now, here's the other thing. AI surprised me. They say inside the diatomaceous earth, they have done the Japanese universities, the German universities
Okay.
have done radar, ground penetrating radar in the Nazca line area before
Okay.
Tridactyls were discovered.
Mhm.
So that whole area, not everywhere, but in specific areas, they have done it. And they have found in the diatomaceous earth that there are caverns all in that area, underneath the ground, tunnels everywhere. So there are tunnels in underneath the Nazca lines.
Yeah.
Lots and lots and lots of tunnels. Not just one tunnel, one little tiny tunnel, and then a little tiny tunnel here, and a little tiny, no, a lot of tunnels.
A network. Who
A
knows
network,
how far
yeah.
they go?
Yes, they said, and they have said, and they can't dig down there because that is protected land. They can't touch it. They can't put their feet on the Nazca lines because actually Greenpeace actually went out there one time for certain, and some Germans went out there and they had no idea how protected the Nazca lines were, and they overturned some rocks on where the hummingbird is. Oh my God, they got 6 years in prison. And it became an international atrocity. Like the whole world was angered by Greenpeace. Greenpeace really screwed up. And specifically these people, they just went out there to put out their banners on top of the Nazca lines. And what they did when they stepped on there, their footprints went all over the place. And that area was like not muddy, but once you step in there, your footprints go right through. And that is
unfortunate.
That's like stepping on the Mona Lisa in Paris. You know, it's like stepping on the most, like the most $100 million painting. It's like, I'm gonna put my cloth up and Greenpeace all over this painting. I'm gonna hang this up. You know, I'm like, that's craziness, right? So it's like this is bigger, and then they did all that stuff. It's absolutely insane. So it was upsetting that they did this, and they did ground penetrating radar, and they got permission. They wear these special booties that booties help, and they don't do footprints on the ground. They're very, very careful, meticulous. They don't disturb or destroy the ground in that area. And they brought the equipment, which is not very light equipment, and they did the ground penetrating stuff, and they have found out that that whole area is just filled with tunnels underground. So I'm thinking that Tridactyls, and don't quote me, they might still be alive. They're just underground. They're just underground. They're just
according to the Vaqueros, they've run into them, and according to the locals, they've seen them. So,
oh, really? So I mean, that's the legend, that they still exist and they're still alive. And I mean, if you look at the hands and all that stuff, and you try to arm wrestle one of them, you probably end up breaking their arms and hands because they're so skinny.
Paloma, yeah, but you're looking at their dried out bodies. Imagine if they were full of water and fleshy and well fed.
I don't know, man. I don't think they're the attacking type.
You probably think you could do the same to a chimp.
I mean, if they weren't avoiding us, they would be attacking us. So
you're talking about arm wrestling them.
I'm not trying to arm wrestle them, but I'm just saying how humans are. They will attack first before asking questions later.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you're ready to head to bed.
I'm ready, sir. That's done my hour show. Hopefully, I'll hear your voice on Wednesday.
How did you guys like the stream? Was it informative? If you liked it, hit that follow button and like. I mean, Professor Ed Casa came to you with some different content, and you guys got some more knowledge and some mythological ideas and some more research.
Very funny. All right. Thanks for